So I thought that I would let you guys in on the way that I some of the ways, one of the ways that I renew my mind to the truth. The Apostle Paul said that transformation takes place. The transformation is in the externals of our life. Internally, meaning in our born-again spirit, where we have union with Christ, there's no transformation needed. We're one with Him. There's no transformation needed there. 1,000 years into eternity, we will look exactly like we do now in our born-again spirit. But there is transformation that needs to take place in our soulish realm and in our physical body and in the circumstances of our life. And that transformation is to be in keeping with the eternal truth, the things that are true in our born-again spirit by virtue of our union with Christ. So I thought that I would just let you in on how I do that, how I go through that process, some of the things that I say. This is just a real life, really practical way that I renew my mind to these truths. Lord, I thank you. I thank you today for my union with Christ. I set my mind on things above, not on things of the earth. Your word says that the things that are unseen are eternal, and the things that are seen are temporary. So I refuse to allow the things that are seen, the things that are experienced in my five senses, to dictate to me what's true about me. I choose instead to be one who is persuaded of the unseen reality, that I have union with Christ. He and I are one. Nothing ever separates He and I. There isn't a moment in my life where He and I are separated. There's no distance. Any feeling of distance is an illusion. I thank you that because of my union with Christ, that I am in possession of every good thing that belongs to Christ. Because of my union with Christ, I am in possession today of health, perfect health. I am in possession of a sound mind, of the very mind of Christ, His thoughts, His purposes, His desires, His insight, His wisdom. Christ is made unto me wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. I am in possession today, right this very minute, of the fruit of the Spirit, fully developed, luscious fruit, love and joy and peace and long-suffering and patience and temperance. All of the gifts of the Spirit. I possess them in the form of the indwelling Christ, and I choose today to lean into that limitless supply. I choose today to lean into the mind of Christ and not my own understanding. I draw from the wells that never run dry. There is no dryness for me ever, any moment of my life. Because I have in my innermost being a well of living water springing up into everlasting life. Rivers of living water flow from my belly. And wherever that river flows, it brings healing and life. Oh, I thank you that because of my union with Christ, that I am a conduit for healing and life. That I am one that healing and life flows through. That atmospheres change when I show up. That lives are transformed. Bondages are destroyed. Heavy burdens are lifted because of my union with Christ. I choose today to be more fully persuaded than ever before that Jesus is my identity. And I do not accept any inferior reality. Everything in my life, every situation of my life, any symptoms in my body that are in disagreement with that eternal truth must come into alignment with that eternal truth. I do not settle. I will not settle. I will not settle. I will not settle for anything less than every situation, every cell in my body, every system in my body, my finances, my family, my relationships, coming into agreement, mirroring that eternal reality. And Lord, I thank you for it. I thank you for it. I thank you for doing what was necessary, for laying down your life, that I could have these benefits. In and of myself, I don't deserve them, but because of my union with you, they belong to me. You earned them. I receive them by grace. And I thank you. Amen. I pray that that helps you. I pray that that gives you an idea, if you didn't already know, how to go about renewing your mind. That's just an example of what I do. I do that on a regular basis. I just allow my ears to hear my mouth speaking in agreement with what God says is true about me. Choosing to lean into those things and draw from that spiritual reality, and refusing to settle for anything less than that being manifested in the externals of my life. And you just do that over and over and over and over again. And things will begin to change. Breakthrough will begin to happen. Love you guys.